Hey everyone, it's Angela with Create Your Future. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. So guys, today in our video, we are talking about how to stay in your power, stay in the end, stay in the wish fulfilled. How do you maintain all of that? Because that is what conscious manifesting is about. This is what we do consciously when we are conscious and aware that everything is coming from within us and that we indeed do have the right to choose our outcomes. Okay. So I've made a few notes here to kind of keep me on track. The most important thing is recognizing who you are. This is above and beyond even staying connected to the desire, the outcome, the intention that you have set. It is recognizing who you are, because this sees you through the 3D experience that sometimes does not match up what we want as we begin the journey, right? So this is your grounding point, recognizing who you are. And you are pure consciousness, divine consciousness, and you are connected to the consciousness that is, and that always has been, and that always will be. And you can call divine consciousness anything that you want. It's whatever works for you. Some people say God, some people say Christ consciousness, some people say the divine matrix, some people say the quantum field, some people say spirit. It's whatever makes sense to you and works for you. And divine consciousness, the quantum, whatever we call that, let's talk about what that is. That is the energy that is in all and has created all. And from my perspective, it is an intelligent, loving energy, right? But it is who you are, and it also flows through you. It is unlimited, all right? That is the power. Nothing supersedes this. That is the power. It is the eternal power, the eternal creative power that has created all things. That is you, and it flows through you. And so how can that be? How can that be who you are? And also, how can it be that part of that is flows through you? It sounds like I'm talking about two separate things. Let me kind of break it down and think about if you are a parent and you have a child, or if you don't have children, you have a parent, right? So, but think of that relationship between parent and child. So the part of that parent, the DNA, the coding for who that parent is, makes up the parent, is in that child, right? Part of the parent flows through the child. It decides hair color, eye color, traits of the personality, body size, all sorts of things that make up this new human being have flowed through literally the parent, right? And so you are an extension of your parent. As a parent, your child is an extension of you, right? The child represents so many characteristics that have come from the parent, and the parent, actually part of what makes them who they are, is now flowing through that child. All right. But yet the child is also a very distinct, separate, unique person. They are their own person and make their own decisions and choices, and they have an independence. So that is kind of a description of who we are. We are created in the image of something, this energetic field, this spirit, something in that image. And that image is that we have a consciousness. We are consciousness. But we also have been given the privilege of living this life and being unique, being our own person with our own personality and a free will and a brain to choose what we put attention on, decide who we want to be, decide how we want our life to play out. We have that very distinct, unique part of us to be anything that we want with that free will, that choice. But we are divine and we come from something divine, some energetic, creative consciousness, and it flows through us. And that's who we are. We are unlimited. We are eternal, I believe, because we have a soul. And you can't create or destroy energy, right? We are energetic in our eternal being. Actually, our whole body, everything is energy. So we are eternal, we are unlimited, and we have free will to choose our own life. We have no limits on what we can have, do, or be. Unlimited. That is who you are. You have been given this experience. It's like your playground to explore everything and enjoy everything with your senses, but you're unlimited on what you are allowed to do, be, become, experience. Anything at all is what you can have. And just like in the earthly realm, a child usually has, the privileges and the name of the parent backing them. So you have the privileges and all that God or universe is. You have all of that backing you to let you experience anything that you want to experience. This, recognizing this, staying in this mindset, embodying this mindset is what keeps you connected to the wish fulfilled, the state of power, the state of fulfillment, keeps you in a place of knowing, trusting, believing that you're going to have your desire. And this is what is so powerful and so important. This is why your desire has come to you, actually. Neville says the 3D experience, that thing that we come up against that we can't fix or change in the 3D, is just a messenger showing us something within, right? That we are going to work on and change as far as a belief so that we can then experience the thing that we prefer, the outcome we want, the desire that we want. As simply a messenger saying, look within, go within, examine within. Who are you? Who are you being? Who are you identifying with? What are you identifying with? And so you must recognize as a foundational belief that you are unlimited, that you are divine, that you have a right to experience anything that you want, that you have the right to decide how you want to live your life, who you want to live your life with, how that person that you want to be with shows up for you, how you're going to be treated, the money that you're going to have in life, the body that you're going to have in your life, the health that you're going to have in your life, the relationships, the family dynamics. All of this is up to you to decide. That's all you have to do. Decide and then recognize, because of your connection to divine, divinity, universe, source, everything is a yes, and you only have to receive by staying in a place of faith and trust. And you stay in faith and trust by going back again and again and again to your core identity as being divine consciousness. Okay? This is the most important part of your awareness. Believing in who you are and believing that you are allowed to experience anything that you can think of. Understanding that at a core level, believing that, identifying with that. That is what is most important. Okay? That is how you stay grounded and connected, because the things that come through the 3D as we are intentionally choosing a better outcome or a better choice will feel trying. They will feel like a test. They will feel triggering very often, and especially in the beginning, right? And you have to be connected to an inner strength that trusts and knows and believes It is going to work out just as you desire. It is going to come into your reality, and you are going to have that relationship with the person. The income, you're going to get into that place of health and strength and vitality in your body. You are going to experience that because you trust and believe that it's happening for you, that it's your right to experience that there is an unlimited divine source that is working through you, allowing you to have this experience. That supersedes your doubt, your fear, those momentary, those wobbles and things that we go through in this 3D experience. That is your grounding place that keeps you strong, that helps you pick yourself back up when you fall, because you will fall and it's fine and it's okay. But you have an inner strength and a knowing of who you are, right? You are a royal priesthood, I think is how it is worded in the Bible. A royalty, priesthood, whatever that those terms bring to mind for you. But it's the idea that you can have to be anything. And that is your right. You don't have to ask, you don't have to beg, you don't have to force it in the 3D. You have to believe in it, step into that power, and stay in that state as often as you can. So staying in that state means even if you see something in the 3D and it's hurtful and you feel the hurt and you feel the rejection, you go through that emotion, but at a deeper level, this is going to pass because I know who I am and I know the end of this story. The end of the story is XYZ, whatever I've decided, whatever I prefer, the thing that I have decided I'm going to experience. That is the end. It keeps you stable and it keeps you grounded. And that's the most important thing. Another part of that in recognizing who you are and feeling the strength of who you are is surrender and trust. And the surrender and trust means we let go of the ego, because the ego very often wants to assert itself and say it has to happen this way. I expect this to happen. If this doesn't happen, I'll never get my desire. The ego kind of wants to keep you in a place where you don't trust, where you're afraid to surrender, where you feel like you're giving up your plan. And surrendering, trusting, those things allow you to stabilize, to feel some peace, feel calm, just feel at ease, even when things aren't lining up in the moment. It allows you to say, I don't know exactly how this is going to work in my favor, but I know that it will. I know that it's going to get me to where I'm going. I don't see exactly how this can be a part of the plan, but it's not my problem, right? I don't have to work that out. I don't have to figure out how this is going to work through the 3D and get me there. I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to surrender and let it go. What happens is the universe is so committed to giving you everything you want. And we get the ego in the way. And sometimes we can get to our desire just by going from A to B quickly. But because of the ego, because of this desire to fix it and work on it and feel like we have to understand it all, we go from A to X, Y, Z, and then maybe finally get to B, right? We try to maneuver around in there and mess with the middle, figure it out, respond to everything, what's going on, when simply if we would trust and surrender, we could get there so quickly. It would occur in probably the most miraculous way and be a surprise and knock our socks off. But we have trouble with that sometimes. And so part of this is surrendering and reminding yourself, I don't have to figure it out. I am divine. I'm connected to the divinity that is over all. I have a right to experience this. And so I'm just going to relax, let it flow, and trust and stay in this place where I believe in who I am, where I believe I have every right and everything on my side according to, what I want to experience. It totally wants me. It's mine. It was given to me. The desire was put into my heart so that I could have it. And this is just part of my process. It's a journey that we've been called upon in this earthly world to wake up and understand who we are and to understand what is within us, the divinity, the divine power, the spirit, everything that we are internally. We're waking up and beginning to understand that and walk with this power instead of fighting it, instead of fearing it, instead of not really surrendering to the process and knowing what we want already wants us, designed for us before we were born. I believe that these things were already set up for us. So, guys, this is how we stay in the power. Recognize you are the power. Spend time, devote yourself into meditating on that, studying that, affirming that, thinking about who you are, thinking about the power within you, thinking about how you are connected to all things and nothing is separate from you, just immersing yourself in this understanding and this knowledge. And as you come up against the things in the 3D, come back to this power, come back to this truth. Keep the power and the understanding of knowing who you are alive within you. Cultivate it, nurture it, take care of it, grow it. This is becoming more expansive. That is what being expansive means. You're growing, you're going from glory to glory to glory, right? So I intend you understand how to stay in your power. You are just telling yourself who you are. You are reaffirming it. And that is your go-to. That is my go-to when I feel a trigger, when I see what I don't like. I just remind yourself, I remind myself, this is who I am, though. It's working in my favor. I am going to trust because I get what I want. I was designed to choose my life, to create my life. And so it's going to come to me, and I'm going to trust in that and rest in that. I invite you to do that and grow in that and grow your faith. Okay. All right, guys, I have a few things that I just want to share with you. We are still giving away a great course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. Super course, check down below in the description box. Also, my course, Awaken to I Am, is down there if you'd like to check that out. And if you want to work with me, one-on-one coaching, I would love to help you any way that I can. So sign up for some coaching and let's get you to your desire, help you become more expansive and step into your power state. All right. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. I will see you in the next video. Bye.